Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's a regular board meeting for the Lammersville Unified School District Board of Education. Tonight is October 19, 2016. I call this meeting to order at 7 o'clock. For everyone's information, this meeting is being streamed and recorded. If everyone please kindly check your cell phones, make sure they're on silent. And as people continue to roll in, if you folks in the back would do me a favor, make sure that that door doesn't get blocked. That would be appreciated. At this time, I'd like to call Principal Faubert to the stage to introduce our students to lead us in a pledge.
I'd like to introduce to you tonight three of our third year biomedical science program students who just received their white coats at the white coat ceremony last week. Srija Kaditi, Hira Rashid, and Yusuf El Sharif, who will lead us in the pledge and then give us a short presentation.
Ready? Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hello, everyone. My name is Srija Kathidi. I am the president of Mountain House High School's HOSA Club. So what is HOSA? HOSA stands for Health Occupation Students of America, and it's been a student association throughout the nation since 1975. Our student association here at Mountain House High School provides a sanctuary for those to express their interests in the medical field. We establish our skills and compete in regional, area, state, and nationwide competitions. So our first fundraiser of this year was the Jamba Juice fundraiser, where we sold over 340 cards, and we raised $1,225 total. Our second fundraiser / event that we did was Science Saturday, and this we had a theme for this, which was a crime scene investigation, and experiments that we included for the children to participate in included blood typing, fingerprint finder, paper chromatography, and slime creation. So here are some more pictures. The children had a lot of fun with this. So something that we are very grateful for is Ms. Hellstrom, our vice principal, put us in charge for the first aid station at the homecoming parade. So we were able to pass out water bottles, food, and stuff like that, so people are energized throughout the parade. Trust me, they needed a lot of water bottles. So recently, we did a blood drive, and we had over 40 donors. We saved over 123 lives, which is great, so congrats to all of them. And it was just a great experience for us to host this as Mountain House High School, because not only did we give back to the community, but we gave back to the world as a way. So here are some more pictures. So something that we have coming up is the HOSA Haunted Hospital. It's on Saturday, October 29th, from 6 to 8 p.m. It's $5 per person and $2 for re-entry. Something new that we're adding into this is a children's room, where children will kind of have their own mini carnival with activities for them to participate in. So something that we do other than events and fundraisers are we actually go to conferences. So something that's coming up is the Area Leadership Conference on February 23rd, 2017 at San Joaquin County Office of Education. So students perform at events such as CPR and first aid, biomedical lab science, extemporaneous poster making, medical math, and many more. This is also considered a practice session. So the major event is the State Leadership Conference. More than 6,000 members attended last year at Anaheim throughout California. Members show their skills that they have been practicing on for the entire school year. So this year, SLC, State Leadership Conference, will be held in Sacramento at the Convention Center. So we are very grateful for being here today, presenting in front of all of you, such a great club. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. You can be updated with many various activities that we're doing throughout the year. And we also have a HOSA website, which you can follow. So thank you so much for having us here. We are very grateful for this, and we hope that we get your support through all of the events that we're doing. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So the Haunted Hospital, that was October 29th at what time?
6 to 8 p.m.
I'm going to go to that.
Any other questions from the board?
Not a question, but a comment. Just, my daughter graduated from Kimball a couple of years ago and when we were opening this program at this high school, the path she could be on, the opportunities that you guys have right now is something that she didn't have. Opportunities are one thing, but to watch you guys take advantage of this, to watch the different options that our students have and to see you guys embrace it and fight for all of these other things, the clubs and all the things you're doing, I'm so glad that you're getting an opportunity to do the things that you guys are loving and enjoying that maybe in other schools and other districts you wouldn't get this opportunity to do. And more importantly, you don't just have it, you're taking advantage of it. And I thank you very much for doing that.
Thank you.
So I have a kind of a comment also. You mentioned CPR and first aid, which is, I'm a firefighter and an EMT, so that's something near and dear to my heart. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but they're trying to pass state legislation that will make it a graduation requirement. You have to be certified in CPR. So through our work with our safety committee, I'm hoping to push this and get a jump start on it, and that we can start training our students and get them certified at a minimum hands-only CPR, but hopefully some first aid and CPR moving forward. So I'm hoping that perhaps you guys can help. Keep your eyes open.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And thank you for your leadership. Thank you for the presentation. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Matthew Balzerini. Colin Clements.
Here.
Sharon Lampel.
Absent.
Shane Nielsen.
Here.
David Pombo.
Here.
Samantha D. Tiberis.
Here.
Approval and or corrections to the agenda?
There are none.
I move we approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with one absent. Awards and recognitions, item A, perfect 2016 CAP scores.
You have the board come on down here.
Okay, we are going to honor all of these amazing students here in a second, but I have to do a kind of a group participation activity. So we're going to practice first while everybody gets into place. We have 62 students who are going to be recognized. And so for the order and to expedite this and make it very clean, we're going to ask that everybody honor each student with a one clap at the count of three. So I'm going to name a name, go 1, 2, 3, and then everyone's going to clap. So the direction is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then everyone's going to clap. We're going to practice right now. So everyone ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right, good. We will find out and broadcast out to the community the level of rhythm of our perfect score, so there's no pressure on the audience. So when you are opening a new high school, there's lots of new things going on, but part of what we're doing here in the district tonight is honoring legacy making. Legacy making is that young people get to see amazing high school kids doing amazing things and dream about doing that when they get there. When you honor kids who are doing amazing work, and whether they're 3rd through 8th graders or 11th graders on the CASP, that makes other young people want to be like them, creating a legacy. So we are very proud of the work of our kids, our teachers, our administration, our board, and our parents. So this is a first try for us. It's pretty amazing stuff. These numbers aren't happening out there on the level that they're happening. So it is my honor tonight to read off the names. We're going to practice one more time. 1, 2, 3. All right. Students, when you get your name, you're going to come up over here to the left. You're going to walk through, and you're going to get your medal, and then you're going to follow Noel all the way over to Alvina. We're not going to let you practice, so you're the perfect scorers. Okay, here we go. Allison O, 1, 2, 3. Cindy Ta, 1, 2, 3. Yun Rong Ting, 1, 2, 3. Gianna Owens, 1, 2, 3. Christina Justine Rafaela T, 1, 2, 3. Anticipation, 1, 2, 3. Morgan Garner, 1, 2, 3. Alexis Genevieve Monsanto, 1, 2, 3. Jai Nair, 1, 2, 3. Samantha Wilder, 1, 2, 3. Lauren Dibby, 1, 2, 3. Rafka Dulkan, 1, 2, 3. Jason John, 1, 2, 3. Abigail McManus, 1, 2, 3. Krisnamadov Mantiraju, 1, 2, 3. Julie Trin, 1, 2, 3. Haoshin Yi, 1, 2, 3. Iwan Jung, 1, 2, 3. Chloe Kim, 1, 2, 3. Elena Pineda, 1, 2, 3. Caitlin Wong, 1, 2, 3. Assis Chema, 1, 2, 3. Nice job. Nice job. All right. Elise Lowe, 1, 2, 3. Nicole Nguyen, 1, 2, 3. Aaron Sue, 1, 2, 3. Yuji Bekzinski, 1, 2, 3. Albert Guo, 1, 2, 3. Arav Patel, 1, 2, 3. Annika Thube, 1, 2, 3. Mark Horn, 1, 2, 3. Let you guys get caught up. Jaewong Huang, 1, 2, 3. Mahima Johnson, 1, 2, 3. And Elizabeth Sue, 1, 2, 3, is that pile of English language arts winners. Nice job, you guys. Okay, we're going to name off while we're waiting to get caught up. The students we did not RSVP, if they're here, please come on down. Saihar Shitha Yarela, Mehar Palia, Alina Moisa, Iona Carmen Floria, Nais Bengali, Prayanka Bhatia. Those are all the students in ELA. And so why don't we give all their ELA award winners a full round of applause right now. Okay, we're going to go back to the 1, 2, 3. All right, this is for perfect scores in CASP testing math. Pinri Huang. Oh, I screwed up. Let me try that again. Pinri Huang, 1, 2, 3. Pranav Ganti, 1, 2, 3. Rowan Magbwanwa, 1, 2, 3. Ashlyn Royce, 1, 2, 3. Sanskriti Singh, 1, 2, 3. Yun Rong Ting, 1, 2, 3. Andrew Mai, 1, 2, 3. Christina Justine Rafaela T, 1, 2, 3. Verinka Kanaki, 1, 2, 3. Pranav Karch, 1, 2, 3. Ivan Kwok, 1, 2, 3. Bernice Angeline Lozada, 1, 2, 3. Emmanuel Victor, 1, 2, 3. Elise Lowe, 1, 2, 3. Elijah Cruz, 1, 2, 3. Arav Patel, 1, 2, 3. Gerald Cairo Tungal, 1, 2, 3. Ryan Alex, 1, 2, 3. Mahima Johnson, 1, 2, 3. Raiden Kwambao, 1, 2, 3. Elizabeth Sue, 1, 2, 3. And for students that we're not sure if they're here or not, we're going to go ahead and acknowledge them now. Ignatius Hahn, Adithi Varma, Dominic Arokiaraj. We'll give them a 1, 2, 3, and a 2 clap this time, no pressure. 1, 2, 3. Well done. But wait, there's more. There are a few young people standing in the dais here that not only received a perfect score in ELA or a perfect score in math, they received a perfect score in both. So if you are currently wearing a medal and it's times 2, meaning you're wearing 2, would you please raise your hand? And come forward here. So come on forward, follow Noel. If you're wearing 2, come on around this way, that's fine. If you notice that all of these students follow direction well. Okay, so the future is bright. And these young people are showing the excellence of what this district's capable of doing. If we could give everyone a round of applause for their excellent work. And so now you all can stand there and watch us do the board meeting, or you can go ahead and step on down and visit with your parents. And I think we'll take a short break and let people move on out with their evening if they'd like to do that now.
Congratulations.
Someone needs some rhythm on the 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to say. Come up and sit.
She had a little bit of trouble translating.
That's all of them here. You know what, we'll make him one and we'll have it sent home with him. If you can write his name down on here. And which schools, Oh, okay. Did you want to pick up his stuff? Oh, great. What was the last name? Right there? Okay, and that was for language arts, those.
Yep.
Came up and accepted them on. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
And we're acknowledging, and that.
Here, I'll get out of the way.
Sean read it.
Get out of camera shot. My head will just be sticking.
Like, does this happen all the time? When he was walking in here, he just started yelling at me. I was like, this is really yelling at me? This is fine. I was just like, hi. Good to see you. Look at her.
Oh, well.
That said offline, but everything else is working, and I'm like, yeah. And then all of a sudden it goes online by itself.
I deserve that.
All right, folks, back to the fun. Committee reports, item A, facilities use.
We have not had a meeting since the last board meeting. We do have a meeting coming up next Tuesday, October 25th.
Item B, District Advisory Committee, and there's no report there. Item C, District English Language Advisory Committee.
The committee has not met since the last board meeting, and I do want to point out to the board and the public that the next meeting has been rescheduled. It is November 15th at 6:30 p.m. in the Altamont Library. The board agenda shows it on the 17th, and that's been changed to the 15th.
15th, okay. Item D, Gate Arts Music.
Yes, unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond my control, I was not at the last Gate Art and Music Committee, and I do apologize to the board and the community for that. There has not been one since the last meeting, but we do have one coming up, I believe, in December, which is, hold on, let me get my dates here. I swear I saw them on the calendar.
November 29th.
There we go. Yep, November 29th, so, which will be my last meeting.
Item E, Grant Writing Committee. Anything, Sharon's not here, no? Okay, no report. Item F, Safety and Crisis Response. We met today. Great presentation on future of cameras on our sites. Talked about CPR and first aid. We also, what else did we talk about? Talked about CERT, overall safety of the campus. And, and tomorrow is the great shakeout for all the campuses. And then, of course, all the committee, every site provided a safety report. We're making progress, a lot of good stuff, and we're going to continue to roll forward. Item G, Wellness.
We had a wellness committee last week, and Dr. Gill gave a presentation on anti-bullying programs that had been looked at and ranked by the committee. She gave a presentation on the top 3. The majority of the committee voted to continue with character counts and dig deeper into it because they have anti-bullying and digital citizenship that we have not fully taken advantage of in the past. And our next Wellness Committee meeting will be November 9th.
Thank you. Governing board reports. Samantha D. Tiberis.
So yesterday I had the opportunity, or the entire high school had the opportunity to work with the Teen Truth organization. It's anti-bullying. There was an assembly, and it was very eye-opening, I would say. And I also had the opportunity, I was one of the few selected students that got to work with Teen Truth after the assembly, and it was based on ways that we can help create a better school culture and overcome some of the challenges that occur commonly in schools. So I was very grateful to be a part of that, and I'm very happy to say that we're going to be continuing to plan things and try to make a better school culture overall in a positive way. And then secondly, on October 28th, I hope to see a lot of the community at the high school's Pink Out game, wearing pink, in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's all.
Very good. Thank you. Trustee Clements.
I attended the football games last Friday. Unfortunately, neither team emerged victorious, but it was great to see them play and to see all of the community, as many people in the community come out, even in the rain. So that was great. I will be attending the San Joaquin County School Board's dinner on November 17th with my wife, Ginny. I will also be attending the LSF and QSF carnivals this coming Saturday as well. That's it for me.
Trustee Palmer.
I also attended the Mountain House football games both in Ripon week before last and last week at Mountain House, and our teams never give up. That's something I have to say about them, and they continue to improve. I'm proud to be a Mustang fan. I also had the pleasure of attending with my family the Wickland drama production of Sleepy Hollow, and I was very impressed with all aspects of the production. It was very, very enjoyable for myself and kids and grandkids. Over the past couple of weeks, I have done site visits at Lammersville Elementary with Principal Busatil, Bethany Elementary with Principal Wingo, Altamont Elementary with Principal Yeager, and Wickland Elementary with Principal Gonzalez. And I have to say I am extremely impressed with our students and teachers and site administrators on all of the campuses that I visited in the last couple of weeks. I saw teachers teaching and students learning, and teachers implementing a lot of the new teaching strategies that we've been working on as a district, and I very much enjoyed it. I also had the pleasure of eating in all 4 cafeterias, and the food is pretty darn good and a pretty good value, I would say. I truly enjoy these site visits, getting to interact with students and staff alike. I also attended last week the Lammersville Science Night hosted by Sandia Lab, and a lot of neat stuff. They had a lot of very neat experiments for the kids to try out and enjoy, and that was nice. Last night I attended the Wickland DARE graduation, and I try to attend as many of the DARE graduations as I can every year, and it's a great program, I think, and I think it teaches our kids a lot. I also, earlier in the week, went to the Parent Math Night, and I was very impressed at the number of parents who showed up for the talk on strategies and implementation of math curriculum in our district. I know I went to several last year that were sparsely attended. I also went to the Teen Truth Assembly at the high school and was impressed. I think it's a good program that I think the kids had a chance to get a lot out of. And that concludes my report.
Trustee Nielsen?
My report will be brief because unlike trustees Clements and Pombo, I unfortunately didn't attend anything. Part of my reason for no longer wishing to serve as a board member is, to be quite honest with you, the time commitment for me is not there. I can't applaud the board members enough, all of them, for the additional services that they put in beyond just appearing at these meetings. Going to schools, school site visits, events. Every report I would give you would be something about my children, and to me, that's not a board member, that's me as a parent. That these board members, the four of them next to me, and I know Ms. Lampel would have explained all the good stuff she did in the last 4 weeks, or 3 weeks since I was last in a meeting, is something that I don't know that everyone appreciates. So my board report is just going to be say thank you to the three of you here and to Ms. Lampel for all of the additional things that you do for this community, whether they're appreciated, whether they're seen or understood. I, as a community member and a member of this board, thank you all very much. And that's the end of my report.
Just a couple of things from my report. Traffic safety is kind of it's on the horizon. We've had some traffic incidents involving our students, and I just want to remind everyone to please, talk to your children and make sure they understand that drivers can't always see them. I know we have a huge problem with distracted drivers that are exceeding the speed limit in this community. We're working with law enforcement to try and remedy some of those. Through the safety committee, we're also trying to work on some education pieces of the puzzle to try and resolve some of these issues. Today, I had the opportunity to go to the high school. Mr. Faber took us, along with Superintendent, and Congressman McNerney came for a visit to go check out the robotics and look at the rest of the site. The Congressman was very impressed with the campus, with the programs that we have going, and every time I'm there, I'm amazed. I have to remind myself and others that I talk to that we're preparing our students for jobs that probably don't even exist right now. And I think we're doing it right. The collaborative atmosphere is second to none. So excellent work, Mr. Weber, and keep it up. And I also just kind of want to plead with the community regarding Prop 51 and 55. As an education establishment, this district needs 51 to pass for construction. And if Proposition 55 does not pass and extend Prop 30, we are going to be in it's going to be a struggle financially for this district to survive. So please get the word out and make sure people support education, support Prop 51, 55. Receiving of public comments. If anyone has anything that's not currently on the agenda. Hearing none. Consent items for consideration. Item A, approval of the governing board minutes from October 5th. Item B is budget revisions and warrants. Item C, approval of the 2016-17 hires. There is one. Item D, approval of the 16-17 K-8 volleyball coaches. Bless you. Item E is a 16-17 Mountain House High School coaches. Item F, approval of placement on 39-month rehire list. There's one. Item G, acceptance of resignations. There's two. Item H, approval of the updated 2016-17 fundraisers. Item I, acceptance of donations. One is a buddy bench in honor of Lillian Muela, valued at $670.67 to Lammersville School from our own David Pombo. And item two is outdoor movie screen projector DVD player, 3 enclosed bulletin boards valued at $2,000 to Cuesta School from Cuesta School Foundation. We can pull any of these items for discussion or comments or vote all at once.
I move to approve the consent items for consideration and would personally like to thank Mr. Pombo for the generous donation to Lammersville School.
My pleasure, and I will gladly second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with one absent, and although Trustee Lampel is not here, we will follow in her tradition. I just need to find it now. Approval of our new hire is Sharon Higgins, Title I teacher. Welcome aboard. District administrative reports. Item A, superintendent's report.
Okay, it's my pleasure tonight to go over a couple of important things. First, Trustee Pombo referenced the parent math night. It was for grades 3rd through 6th, And we were told by staff about approximately 100 parents were in attendance. That was in partnership with the SJCOE. We have 2 additional nights, one for parents of kindergarten through second grade students and one for high school students. Is that correct? And I was given the dates and then left them in the other room. Do you have them off the top of your head? And you no, okay. We will be posting that. I apologize. Yeah, sorry about that. Second, we have we thought we'd put out there again. We've got all these wonderful things going on, but you don't always get a chance to review. So Noelle's going to post up on the screen here the extracurricular activities that are active or coming active over the next short bit of time. I think it's important to note that you have teachers and site administrators who are working with our Science Olympiad program and the other programs as I go through. So these are all the Science Olympiad participants, or at least the adult leads, and how many teams that they have. That's for Team A, the A group. This is the BC group. Oh. So, because the magic of technology, I can announce that the parent nights for math have magically appeared. And it is 3rd through 8th grade on Monday, October 17th from 7 to 8:30 at the Mountain House High School multipurpose room. And for kinder through 2nd grade is Thursday, October 27th, 7th through 8th grade, that's good, 7 p.m. through 8:30 p.m. At the district office boardroom. Yes, I need glasses, I know. Okay, so Science Olympiad. Our math tournament, again, the site leaders, the teachers that are involved, and the specifications of who is participating in our student pools. Our spelling bee. Our academic pentathlon. Our science fair. And again, I want to remind the board and the community that with the new standard for how this goes, I think we will see some excellent science fair projects going to the county, but there will be less because it's a choice participation, and I think those most interested will represent us as well as all of our other kids do. Okay, so that's first for our extracurricular activities, but we also have more opportunities that we're providing out there that'll show up here in just a second. So last spring, as a request from one of our foundations, and then discussed here at the board, was district investment in extracurricular opportunities, but to allow that to go through the foundations and through the principal for the schools. So we have collected the information about where that went. So it's approximately $10,000 a year, but in the startup year and because of the late date, a lot of schools rolled over the money, so they were able to pool a larger portion. So if you take a look now at Altamont, they're using the money for their STEM club, their Math Science Olympiad, Polynesian Club, and athletics. At Bethany School, risers, drama production, volleyball support, math tournament, readers theater, science Olympiad, art instruction in class, and the B Street Theater. At Lammersville School, drama, gardening, leadership, sports, science and math Olympiad, assemblies, and arts programs. At Cuesta, VAPA Artist, VAPA Elective Will, Enrichment Elective Will, Leadership Class, Arts in Actions, Spring Musicals, Sports, and Science Enrichment. At Wickland, Science and Math Olympiad, Academic Pentathlon, STEM Club Wonder League, Oral Language Fair, Speech and Debate, Battle of the Books, Drama, Arts on Wheels, and Music. And so I'll just go back to that slide. So it's important to note that our foundations are doing a great job, and there's some really amazing things going on at each school site. The districts, with board directions, investment of that money is being well spent and beautifully delivered for kids, but we thought it would be important to report out what the foundations and the principals had come up with, and obviously we're hitting where we wanted, which is STEM, arts, and music. So good job to everyone. And then lastly, last night, Principal Faubert and I were invited to speak at Delta College's board meeting, and we were accompanied by Dr. Jesse Garza Roderick, Pablo Ortega, who's a counselor at Delta. We introduced them a couple weeks ago, and our own Dr. Boswell, a counselor, to present our early college academy. And it was very positively and well received by the board. But even more exciting is members of the audience were talking about the district, Lammersville, our early college academy, and the successes we were having at the Academic Senate today at Delta College. So there was a buzz created about the partnership we have with Delta. So I think it's important to note that the work that's going on out there is being recognized beyond the city or the community's streets. So that is my report.
Thank you. And all those names that were up there, and I'd like to acknowledge it's above and beyond their regular day. It's extra duty, and my thanks to those folks.
Absolutely. I would echo that.
Item B, enrollment report.
So the first thing I'll say is that we are currently growing at the same pace, approximately 15 or 16 students a month on average. We have grown already 47 students this year, approximately. So our total enrollment at present is 4,547 students. So we will far and exceed 4,600, probably 4,650 by year's end, if not more.
Item C, quarterly report on Williams uniform complaints, July 2016 to October 2016.
There are no complaints.
Thank you. Item D, district maintenance and operations report, Mr. LeGrand. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. As we talked about the last meeting, grounds maintenance has been an issue. I've been having an ongoing meeting with the company, most recently last Wednesday. We're going to be increasing the grounds service at Mountain House High School. Gets about 12 hours a week. There'll be a proposal coming to the board at the next meeting about that. Some of the things we've got done recently in terms of grounds, we automated and fixed irrigation at Lammersville in the front. Got some, excuse me, tree trimming and some stump grinding done at Lammersville. And Bethany. We did some tree replacement, tree staking, and some new tree ties at Mountain House High School. And we did some work starting today on this building here, tree replacement, plant replacement, stuff like that. So I think you'll see improvements over the next few months. So Prop 39 work continues. They're working at Bethany tonight, replacing exterior lighting. I've had a few complaints about the settings on the new thermostats. Just a couple. Just so you know, they're preset at 75 cooling, 68 heating. There's a 2-degree swing either way, so you can go from 73 to 77 for cooling, 66 to 70 for heating. 73, they want it cooler than 73. So as of right now, we're holding the line at where we're at. So anyways, and we anticipate everything wrapped up, Prop 39, probably by the end of this month. So that'll be good news. I prepared a district security camera proposal for the district safety committee. We reviewed it today in the meeting. And then a school site safety update based upon our site walks with myself and Kush, Albina, and Joel on November 5th. We reviewed that today in our safety committee meeting. The Lammersville Playground Project, Irene and I are reviewing equipment options. We have a couple different options we're trying to tweak, decide which one we like. I applied for a TDP grant, Tire Derived Product grant, for the fall material. It's $86,000 and some change. If we are awarded, the awards come out in January, so keep your finger crossed. There'll be a resolution coming to the board at the next meeting for that. And then I went to the construction meeting this morning in Mountain House High School and the safety committee this afternoon, and we're preparing for the staff development on Monday, the 24th.
How's construction going?
I'd say it's going good. There's been a few little hiccups. The rain caused a couple days delay, but it's all in all, it's going well.
I saw the hole that will be the pool. Impressive.
Pretty deep, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks good.
I expect to be swimming by Christmas. No, I was kidding.
And
Jump in either way.
and for the board, although he glossed over it, his report on the cameras and the safety enhancements needed for the sites was very impressive. Thank you for the hard work. It definitely gives us a starting point. I know you put a lot of time and energy into it, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
Any questions from the board?
Mr.
No,
President,
thank you very much.
can I add one piece of information on enrollment that I left out? But did you want to?
No, I just said no. Thank you very much for the report.
Okay.
So
you.
Trustee Lampel had asked to do, I think it was Trustee Lampel asked for a longitudinal growth of the district. So I thought we have a chart that's in the in the packet, but I think it's interesting to note. So I'll go very quickly through this. In 0304, the district had 355 students. In 0405, 603, 0506, 783, 0607, 1060, 0708, 1491, 0809, 1741, 0910, 1810, 1011, 2006, 1112, 2162, 1213, 2360, 1314, 2687, 1415, 3433, 1516, 4062, and then our present number of 4,547 students. There's probably no other place in California that sees that growth.
It's a very impressive chart, and it's in the packet, so if anybody wants to look online, you can check it out. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, on the website.
And I'll just, you talk about glossing over. When you talk about going from, 12 years ago, it was 355 students to 4,700 students now, the amount of work that has to be done behind the scenes by administrative staff, present and past, to get from where we were to where we are, it's just incredible is a great word. It's incredible, it's indescribable, and again, as weird as this may sound, as a parent in this community, I just don't know that it can be explained well enough what that meant, the work that had to be done by teachers in classrooms, by staff at sites, by staff not at sites, to prepare this district to go from what was 2 schools or 1 school with 5 rooms or 6 rooms to now more schools than we had classrooms at that point in time 10 years ago or 12 years ago is phenomenal. And to see the successes that, again, past and current staff have brought into this district. I'm waxing poetic, because I'm coming into the end of this, but no one can know. Those of us who have been here a long time do know, and I wanted to say thank you to those folks past and present.
I would just like to chime in and say that the part I find the most incredible and the part that I'm most proud of is that through all that growth, we've maintained educational excellence in this district, and I think that's really something to be proud of.
I concur.
As President Balzerini, as you were kind of going through the growth, I couldn't help but think that if somebody came to me as a CFO in construction, if somebody came to me and said, hey, Colin, we got this great job opportunity for you. You're going to be a CFO, and they're going to double, and then they're going to triple, and then they're going to quadruple, I would run screaming from the hills. Like, the amount of complexity and work and effort and all of that to grow facilities and staff and all of that, all the while, as Trustee Pombo mentioned, maintain high-quality product. I mean, in business, right? And our product is quality education for our students, and that's what we're all passionate about. It's just incredible to look back at the, how far that you've come, because I was not a part of that leadership. It's just incredible. So congratulations.
And still growing.
Yeah, we're not done.
Yeah, as we sat with the congressman today out at the high school looking at all the construction around us, yeah, we still have a ways to go. So excellent work. Keep it up. Action items, item A, consider approval of the 2016-17 inter-district transfer requests. Any staff report?
None.
Move to approve 2016-2017 inter-district transfer requests.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with 1 absent. Item B, consider approval of Governing Board Resolution 16-1711, approving the site of an elementary school facility. Staff report.
So this is the last formal step to put in all of the paperwork for final approval at the California Department of Education. It's a legal requirement which serves 2 purposes. There's the environmental impact report, EIR, which is being acknowledged in this, and then also the formal acknowledgement of the site that has been identified for Hanson.
And this is between us and the Mountain House Developers LLC, correct? As far as the mitigation is concerned?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yes. And There are no representatives from there to ask questions, is that right?
That is correct.
That's a shame. All right.
I move to approve Governing Board Resolution 161712, confirming, 161711, approving site of an elementary school facility.
Second.
I do want to say something.
Further discussion?
I'll just echo my own. This is a big moment for us. We're adding another school site to the school district, and that one party to this agreement couldn't be here for us to talk to about it is frustrating. I would have hoped that a partner in this community would send someone here, and I'm perplexed as to why they wouldn't think this was important enough to send someone. So while I won't direct district staff, I will ask district staff to provide me contact information so I can share my frustration directly.
Well, and I will direct district staff, please bring them back, because I have some specific questions about the EIR
So
that I
do
would
I.
love to have answered.
Yeah.
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries with one absent. Roll call.
Matthew Balzerini.
Aye.
Colin Clements.
Aye.
Sharon Lampel.
Absent.
Shane Nielsen.
Aye.
David Pombo.
Aye.
Item C, consider approval of Governing Board Resolution 161712, confirming appointment of Citizens Oversight Committee members. Staff report?
So we put out a formal application process. We had a number of people came in right after we put out the board packet. Two other people from the community, one of whom who's sitting here, Victoria Beckman, wanted to volunteer and put in her time to support the cause. So this is formally approving the final two members, Victoria being one of them. And that will, again, fill out all of the 7 specific categories: parents, parents with children, parents involved with parent organizations. We're still looking for members from a senior organization and from a city-based taxpayer organization, which won't hold up us moving forward with the committee, but those are the 2 areas we have space for exclusively.
Just out of curiosity, do we actually have what anyone would consider a city-based taxpayer organization?
That question has been put into our attorney, and it sounds like everybody struggles with these 2 particular areas. And so we will, when we find an interested party, we'll vet it and make sure we're
Okay, I'm just
following the
curious.
rules.
Okay.
Any further board discussion or comments?
I'll just comment and say to the 8 people, I believe it was, I thank you. Thank you, Vicki. Thank you to everyone on this list. I know some of these names. I recognize some of these names. And the best part about it is I think we're not just getting a cross-section of people from within the community and serving different aspects of our community. We're getting a cross-section of people who, knowing some of these people like I do, they're not coming in to rubber stamp anything. They're not here just to tell us what we want to hear. And that is the purpose of this committee, is to be able to sit there and ask good questions. People can call it whatever they want to call it. I want to call it important and appreciated. So to Vicki and to the other 7 names that are on here, thank you very much. I, as a community member and a board member now, appreciate it.
And I can speak on behalf of the entire board. Thank you very much. We need this to make it work, and we welcome the oversight. So thank you to you and to all of the committee members.
I would echo that and extend it a little bit and say, since you're here, thank you very much, Mrs. Beckman. And also to say, if you don't have my cell phone number, I will give it to you. If you have questions about, you guys have an open line of communication with the district. What you're doing is very important. Thank you very much. And I really respect you for doing it.
Absolutely. I move we approve Governing Board Resolution 161712, confirming the appointment of the Citizens Oversight Committee members.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with one absent. Roll call.
Matthew Balzerini.
Aye.
Colin Clements.
Aye.
Sharon Lampel.
Absent.
Shane Nielsen.
Aye.
David Pombo.
Aye.
Item D, consider approval of second reading and adoption of revised board policy 5112.5, open closed campus. Staff report?
We had a presentation a meeting ago about this, and it's a change to the policy reflected in Mr. Faubert's presentation.
Board discussion or questions or comments? Just, again, I want to pass on my thanks and please let those students know that, they use the system and it worked for them. Thank you.
Go ahead, Dave. Go
I would just like to comment that I think it's great that we are rewarding students who are responsible, who keep their schoolwork up, who don't get into trouble, and that's why I'm in favor of this.
To me, more importantly than that, and just like Samantha there, we're rewarding kids who want to stand up for themselves and have a voice for themselves. They're not asking anyone to do anything. They're coming to us with solutions. They're not. We should reward students who look at a problem, something they don't like, and propose a solution and look to continue that process. And this is a fantastic example of that. I remember those students from last year and from the video. It's amazing to see what participation can really look like and mean for members of this community, whether they be students or parents. And Samantha, I thank you, and I thank everyone who participated in that meeting and discussion, because it's fantastic.
Move to approve second reading and adoption of revised board policy 5112.5, open/closed campus.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with one absent. Item E, consider approval of special education support services contract with outside agency. There is one non-public school, Children's Home of Stockton, $24,899.37. Any staff report?
This is similar to many things that we have approved over the last couple of months, and this is tied to special education services.
And Alvina, I will just ask again, out of the general fund? General fund. Thank you.
How many students does this cover? Do we know, just out of curiosity, this one contract?
This is just one student.
Okay.
Any other questions from the board?
Move to approve special education support services contract with outside agency, Children's Home of Stockton, for $24,899.37.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with one absent. Item F, consider approval of Mountain House High School mock trial overnight school-sponsored trip. Staff report?
None.
I did have a question. In the application, it asks if the field trip and transportation costs will be paid for by, and it says select one, but it's both. Is this half and half? It is, okay.
Yeah, students are both paying for it on their own, and half of the costs are being fundraised for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, thank you very much. Any other questions?
Yes, sir. I want to thank district staff for already answering this question, but I wanted it to go on record because I read it and I want to make it clear. It's on the item 6 of the application. It's on governing guidelines. It states that mock trial team / Mountain House High School agrees to respect the beliefs of Camp Oakhurst as set forth in the statement of faith, and do nothing by word or act or to allow any group member, visitor, or speaker to do likewise that conflicts with or detracts from them. Since I read the word faith in the context of public schools, and so as the district staff has already clarified, and I'm just pointing it out, that in the statement of faith, it's basically you're on good behavior. It's not you can't wear a hijab or you can't bow to Mecca or anything like that. It's just straight down the line. Don't just behave. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out in case a member of the public read that and had an issue with a statement of faith.
I move we approve Mountain House mock trial overnight school-sponsored trip.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with one absent. Item G, consider approval of, I'm sure it was two, recommend hiring Brian Shepard with a provisional internship permit, single subject credential, physics, 9th through 12th grade, Mount House High School. Any staff report?
I just want to congratulate our HR department for finding a physics teacher. This
Thank
is an
you.
additional PIP. We have a number of these, but we're excited to have someone come in and fill a very important role for us.
No small feat there.
Move to-
Seriously. If you pay attention to hiring high school teachers in these fields at all, this had to have been a needle in a haystack. To all staff, congratulations. Go ahead, Colin.
Move to approve hiring Brian Shepard with a provisional internship permit, single subject credential, physics 9th through 12th grade, Mountain House High School.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with one absent. Item H, consider approval of Governing Board Resolution 161713, authorizing the issuance and sale of general obligation bonds, 2016 election, Series A, in the aggregate principal amount of not to exceed $56 million, and approving related documents and actions. Staff report.
So first I want to introduce to the board, if anyone has any question, we have our bonds expert, Bruce Kearns, and our bond attorney, Chris Lynch. They're here tonight in case you did have any questions. This is a really important vote. This opens the door for the selling of bonds not to exceed $56 million. In the circumstances that we're in, waiting for the passage or not passage of Prop 51, the pressures we're under with mitigation agreements from the 1990s, the need to build a K-8 school, building the greatest high school in the history of the world, and then all that, with no pressure at all, and a rapidly growing student population, this would allow us to look at all of the different options and be able to address a world with Prop 51 and a world without Prop 51.
And I'd like to thank you on the extremely large document that you submitted with our board packet.
You don't know large
Good reading,
documents if
good
you
reading.
think that's a large document. You need to do more law. That was light
Right.
reading.
Board discussion.
I would also, thank you for the input and the effort, and point out to, the rest of the board knows this, but I guess point out to the public that you do not hire attorneys who are experts in the subject matter at hand and then nitpick the verbiage. They know more the attorney, like when I hire an attorney to work on something professionally, I take their advice. So there's not a lot of discussion. We're not going to go through that in that document, although, we all went through it and scanned it. I won't say I read every word, but the point is we have experts that we have asked to help us with this, and so we usually take the advice of counsel on, especially on something as complex as this, which is why we're not going to nitpick it word for word.
Strange, my advice is rarely taken. I'm not sure what that is. I did read it. I appreciate it. It's a very well written document. It is what we need, and more importantly, it's the culmination of a lot of hard work by a lot of staff members, and it's the future of the district. Completing these buildings, getting these bonds sold to finish off these facilities is an important part. So to the community for their faith and trust in allowing us to do this, thank you again to the committee that'll be overseeing it. Thank you, and I can't wait to see the end result 18 months from now.
Yeah, and in all seriousness, on behalf of the entire board, thank you to the community. We needed Measure L to make this work, and the community stepped up to the challenge. I said from the start, it's a community decision. The community spoke, and this is a big step for us.
Totally agree.
Move to approve Governing Board Resolution 16-17-13, authorizing the issuance and sale of general obligation bonds 2016 election Series A in the aggregate principal amount of not to exceed $56 million, and approving related documents and actions.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with one absence. Roll call.
Matthew Balzerini.
Aye.
Colin Clements.
Aye.
Sharon Lampel.
Absent.
Shane Nielsen.
Aye.
David Pombo.
Aye.
Item I, consider approval of contract with Total Site Maintenance for weekly monitoring of erosion and pollution of the waterways for the Mountain House High School Phase 4 construction project not to exceed $40,000. Staff report.
This is a state regulation that you have to have weekly erosion inspections that are independent and outside of the people who have already inspected the soil. So this is moving forward with the mandate to approve the erosion and pollution of waterways mandate.
So if I understand it correctly, this is another effort by our state to help us control costs, right?
I'm assuming that was sarcasm, sir.
I don't know, it was tough to tell.
I move we approve the contract with Total Site Maintenance.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with one absent. Moving on to calendar. Everything's listed here, all the committee meetings, spelling bee competition, and the next, also take note of the county school board's dinners on November 17th. And the next regular board meeting is on Wednesday, November 2nd. In a moment, we're going to adjourn to closed session. We're going to be discussing item A, public employee discipline dismissal release complaint. Item B, pupil personnel. 1, consider approval of waiver to expulsion, case number 161701. Item C, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation. 1, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to paragraph 2, subdivision D of section 54956.9. 1 potential case. Item D, conference with legal counsel. 1 pending litigation, 1 case. Item E, conference with legal counsel, 1 existing litigation, 1 case. Item F, conference with real property negotiators. Can we have a motion?
I move we adjourn to closed session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries with one absent. We're now in closed session.